It's time for the playoffs. What's up, guys, and welcome to episode number 6 of this Austin Dundons NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. And today, I'm starting the playoffs, obviously, and today I'm obviously starting the playoffs here in this Dundons Expansion Draft, and today I'm obviously starting the playoffs here in this Austin Dundons NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series as Game 1, or Round 1, we're facing the Avalanche, as you can see on the screen. And Game 1 is in Denver, and like I said, here in Round 1, we're playing the Avalanche, obviously. And then Game 1 is in Denver, Colorado, because, as you can see, Colorado is the team on the right. So that means they have home ice advantage. The Dundons and the Avalanche both had 100 points in the regular season, but the Avalanche had the tiebreaker over the Dundons, therefore they have home ice advantage here in this series. So games 1, 2, 5, and 7 are in games 1, 2, 5, and 7 are in Denver, and then games 3, 4, and 6 are in Austin. So game 1, like I said, is in Denver, Colorado. But first, let's look at the playoff picture. See what I might have showed you. I think I showed you the playoff picture at the end of the last episode. But yeah, here's the playoff picture. Half of the series have started. 2 in the East, 2 in the West have started, and then obviously there's still 2 in the East and 2 in the West that haven't started. So in each conference, 2 out of the 4 series have started. St. Louis won Game 1 against the Oilers. The Stars won Game 1 against the Predators. And in my Dallas Stars franchise, it was Stars and Predators in Round 1. And here in this series, it's Stars and Predators in Round 1 as well. So the Blues beat the Oilers in Game 1, and then the Stars beat the Predators in Game 1, and then the Capitals beat the Panthers in Game 1, and then the Lightning beat the Sabres in Game 1, and then the other 4 series have not started yet. And then the AHL same thing. Half of the series have started. San Diego Gulls beat the Abbotsford Canucks in Game 1. The Manitoba Moose beat the Grand Rapids Griffins in Game 1. The Utica Comets beat the Rochester Americans in Game 1, and then the Charlotte Checkers beat the Providence Bruins in Game 1. And then the other series haven't started, and then the other 4 series haven't started yet. And the Texas Stars are my favorite team, obviously, and they are in the playoffs, but they haven't started yet. And then for the Dundons AHL team, I don't think they made the playoffs. They did not. I'm not sure what our record even was, but it wasn't good enough for the playoffs. But yeah, it was obviously the Dundons record was good enough. Our AHL team's record was not good enough. But that aside, let's get into Game 1, or let's get into Round 1, Game 1 against the Avalanche at Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. As the Avalanche are the defending champs, so we have a tall task in front of us. Our captain is obviously Johnny Gaudreau. Their captain, I believe, is Gabriel Landeskog, but they still have McKinnon, Makar, Rantanen, Landeskog, their captain, and obviously some good players after that as well. And they have a better offense and defense than the Dundons, but we have a better goalie. Settings the settings are what they usually are. Yeah, they have a better offense by 2, 93-91, better defense by 8, 95-87, and then we have a better goalie by 2, 88-86. Yeah, they have a better defense by 8, 95-87. So I mean, let's see how this goes. Let's watch the prediction. James Cebulski, Round 1, Game 1. These fans are ready, as the glow sticks are out, and this arena is packed for Game 1. As Ball Arena is sold out for Game 1 as we're on your way here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And right away, Gaudreau stole it away from, I believe it was Rantanen or someone. Big hit on Gaudreau, but following up is Rodriguez. Back to McNabb. Miller. It was a bad pass, and it goes out of the zone. And up ahead, Miller. Miller trying to fit his way through there. He does. Finds Miller. And I not mean to pass it to myself off the boards. That was an accident. But he got it back, shot it on goal, and their goaltender is Paul Francouz, who is left-handed, so he gloves with his right hand. But Francouz made his first save. But like I said, he's left-handed, so he gloves with his right hand. Here we go as we lose the face-off. But yeah, our goaltender should be Marc-Andre Fleury. Their goaltender is Paul Francouz. And here's Diderot. Diderot back the other way. The captain. Shot! Oh, I forgot it. His glove's on his right hand. I was just saying that, but I already forgot it. So stopped by Francouz in the right hand with the glove because he's lefty. 17:07 to down no score as we're on the road in a sold-out Ball Arena for Game 1 of the playoffs. Here's Landeskog. Landeskog got nailed. That wasn't even me. That wasn't even the guy I was using. And turned over now McKinnon. McKinnon pushed right in. And McKinnon save by Fleury. As it's Marc-Andre Fleury for the Dundons and then Paul Francouz for the Avalanche. They had the back to the net and almost did in there was the Dundons. And they did play it. They did that out. Here we go. Here's Miller. White ice in front of him. Finds the trailer. Domi scores! Matt Domi with the first goal of the playoffs. And the Dundons have struck first in Game 1 here on the road. Matt Domi. Glove side on Francouz as he left that side open and Domi took advantage. And the Dundons strike first in Game 1 here in Denver, 5:09 in. Assisted by Miller as he scored 5 minutes and 9 seconds into Game 1. And it's 1-0 Austin. And Domi had the putt, but putt checked from behind. Johansson did hit. And did forward check. And almost turned over. Here's Evander Kane. Dumped down. Did in there first to Joseph. Then he just got bulldozed. Did in there first to Stanley. Kane just lost a putt. And we up ahead, Newhook. Newhook finds Strome. I don't know that's Strome, but turned aside. Well, not turned. It was actually blocked. And then the first is Anderson. Right in the slot. Johnson took the punt and shut down the ice. And that's an icing against the Avalanche. With 11.5 minutes to down the first. I don't know why Johnson just flipped it like that. The faceoff will be the left circle of the Avalanche zone after the icing. And we win the draw. Shot by Carrier. Turned aside. And a forecheck. Here's Girard under pressure. Johansson. Johansson. Comper. Stopped by Fleury. And big hit. I was trying to dump it in, but I wanted it to the red line, but that was a mistake as that guy has floated it up. Lost his stick. Picked it up, though. And that guy's offside. I'll dump it in as he was onside, but so I'll dump it in. Did it there first is Marchment. Wrap around. Turned aside. Rodriguez. Score! Marchment hit out of midair. And it's 2-0. Mason Marchment. As the shot was stopped by Francouz, but then Marchment batted in the rebound out of midair. And yes, he did, as it hit Francouz made the save, but the rebound was hit out of midair by Marchment. And it's 2-0, as these fans are quiet. As not even 12 minutes in, we have a 2-0 lead, assisted by Rodriguez and Anderson. And by the way, that goal scored by Matt Domi was the first ever Dundons playoff goal, obviously, because we're an expansion team, so that goal by Matt Domi was our first playoff goal in franchise history. And then Marchment had our second. So Domi had our first, Marchment had our second. Shot blocked. Now that's Houston. Keeps the puck, but then lost it to Makar. But these fans are stunned as they're down 2-0. What a hit! And now there's a... Oh, let's fight. Let's go. As a whistle is blown, there's an injured Avalanche player. And it's going to be Caleb Jones and JT Comper fighting in front of the penalty boxes. As the linesmen are right next to them, as they're fighting basically right by the penalty boxes. And here we go. Caleb Jones versus JT Comper, and JT Comper won the battle. As Comper won the bout. And they'll go to the box. Fine for fighting. This is not an injured Avalanche player. I thought there was. 6:33 to go in the first. 5 minutes for fighting for Caleb Jones and JT Comper. As these fans have something to cheer about, but they're still on 2-0. When we lost the face-off, here's Taves. Up ahead, Rantanen. As the first line's out there for Colorado. Good play, but that's going to be a trip. As I went for the dive block, got the puck, but then I took the feed out accidentally of McKinnon. And even if it's incidental, it's still a penalty. And the Avalanche are going on the power play with a chance to get on the board here. As the Avalanche are leading our deficit, or our lead, excuse me, in half. And we win the draw, and not cleared by Stanley, but it is cleared. And now it might be a breakaway. No, it's not. Joseph, a save as the defenseman not bad. But good play. Now Strom's got it. Up ahead, McKinnon. And McKinnon stood up. Save. Rebound was sitting there. And it's cleared out of the zone, but not down the ice. Dumped in by Rantanen. And it's going to be cleared out of the zone. And eventually now down the ice by Dowd as it went right back to Dowd. And Rantanen! Oh, how did he get that bad? And what a hit at the blue line! Landeskog, McKinnon, over Landeskog, had a lane, didn't take the shot right away, and they score! McKinnon, off the turnover, right in front of Fleury. Power play goal, and they're within one. 15:08 into the first power play goal, first of the playoffs for McKinnon and for the Avalanche. And it's 2-1. And it was unassisted as we turned it over right in front of Fleury. And then McKinnon buried it. I believe it was glove side on Fleury. Yeah, it was glove side on Fleury because he's a righty. So he gloves with his left hand. And now it's covered by Fleury. And it's covered. 4:04 to go. Yeah, I turned it over right in front of Fleury. And then McKinnon buried it glove side on Fleury. Here we go, 2-1 game, 4 minutes to go in the first. And we win the draw. Up ahead, it's Houston, not through a die, and not by a die. Might be a 2-on-1, and they score! Johnny Gaudreau on the 2-on-1, and it's 3-1. As we're back up by 2, just like that. Gaudreau, the captain. 3-1, Austin. 3-1 Gundogs. As Gaudreau buried on the 2-on-1. As we scored like a minute after McKinnon scored, assisted by the Houston and Terrier. And the Gundogs are backed up by 2, 3-1. And that was a shot by Todd Liano. He kind of got blocked, and then Todd Liano got nailed. And now another numbers. Backhander score! The Houston! As he tipped it in, and it's 4-1. 2 unanswered in like 2 minutes. As we scored like 2 goals in that, too, like a minute or a minute and a half. I think we scored 2 goals in like a minute. As the backhander from the slot was tipped in by the Houston, 4-1. Unbelievable. These fans are stunned to death. They had energy after the McKinnon goal, but then we come back and score 2 goals in like 2 minutes. We're out shooting at a 9-3. We have 4 goals on 9 shots. I want to see what happened here, because yes, it was tipped in, but my goodness, as we scored 2 goals in like 2 minutes, they did a 3-goal lead. Oh, it was tipped in off the. It was the backhander by Rodriguez went off the left skate of the Houston. It was a goal because it can go off your skate and into the net. You just can't kick it in. He didn't kick it in. It went off his left skate and then through the 5-hole, I'm pretty sure. No, it didn't go through the 5-hole, but it hit the left skate of the Houston, and then it went in blocker side on Francouz. Yeah, off the skate on the Houston and in. It was a goal because it was not a distinct kicking motion. It just went off the skate. 2:20 on the down, it's 4-1. As we scored 2 goals in like a minute, assisted by Rodriguez and Gaudreau. So it was Gaudreau, and then like a minute later, it was the Houston on a deflection off his skate. That shot is blocked, but it's 4-1. And that missed everyone, but went out of the zone. Good poke, and now numbers again. And there was not a die cut, and I thought there was. Here's Top. 1 minute to go in the first. It's 4-1 Dundons in game one on the road. And a shot fired wide. Fleury actually might have got that. I'm not sure. 20 seconds. And a shot missed the net. Top's got it. 6 seconds. Lehtinen just got nailed. Taves will not get the shot off, as he might have shot it, but it was nowhere near the net. 4-1 Dundons after the opening 20 here in game one. So yeah, 4-1 Dundons after the opening 20 minutes in game one. We outshot them 9-4. 4 goals on 9 shots for the Dundons. That's not a good save percentage at all for Francouz. And then the Avalanche did it. 1 goal was on the power play by McKinnon. But that's all they got. 4-1 Dundons as they get into the second period. 4-1 Dundons as they beat in the second here in game one. And it looks like an injured Cogliano, an Avalanche forward, is injured and he won't return. That's what Ray Ferraro was saying. That's what Ray Ferraro just said. And dumped down, Landeskog, as the Avalanche need to... They still have 40 minutes, and there's a penalty on the Dundons. What did I even do? And now a backdoor feed's blocked off. We touch it, but now the Avalanche are going on their second power play. Interference on who? Nichushkin? That's not good. So power play, Avalanche 1 for 1, as they're looking to get back within 2 here. 1 minute and 2 seconds into the second. And 1 for 1 with 1 shot, which was the goal. And it's cleared somewhat down the ice by McNabb. And McNabb got there first! And Joseph, a little backhander stopped by Francouz, but that was... McNabb, I don't know how the heck he got there first. Remember, we're short-handed, but now a breakaway. Can Jersey get there? He can't, but a save Fleury. And then I passed it out, but it didn't put it on to bite me. But my goodness, breakaway. But Jersey couldn't catch him. Now Kane stopped by Francouz. As a breakaway was stopped by Fleury. As Jersey cannot get there, but Fleury made the save. And we lose the face-off. And what a hit on Top. And that did go out of the zone as Newhook could not keep it in. Offside. But it's still 4-1 Dundons on the road here in game one. And we lose another face-off. Rantanen up ahead Newhook. Poked away into the corner. Tipped out of there. Now below the goal line. Top comes right out in front, passes it back. Rantanen, Taves, and now that the Rantanen blocked in front and cleared by Tane. Halfway through the power play, here's Comp again, but end up hitting out of there is Jersey, and he clears it. And did in their first advantage, Jersey. We keep beating them down the ice, and they score! Sean Jersey, and it's 5-1. As stick sign on Francouz. A short-handed goal for Jersey. Jersey, actually, I think that's his name. As Francouz seemed a little off because he left that side wide open, and it's 5-1. Unassisted, and that was too early on that face-off. Here's Rantanen. Rantanen, just sit down! As that has nailed the captain. And Joseph might get to that puck first. No, he doesn't. But I did forecheck. Does that? We're just stampeding the defending champs here. And now Joseph. Oh, I was gonna try to shoot. I didn't shoot it right away because I hit the wrong button. And now a new hook. That did not work. And it's cleared by Joseph. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Francouz has got it. He's still in this game for now. Tay just got clobbered to outer space. Back door! And they score! Net down, and it's 6-1. as it popped up in the air and Francois put it in his own net. And these Gun Nuts fans are having a party here in Denver as it popped up in the air, and then Francois, I believe, put it in his own net. As everything is going right for one team, everything's going wrong for the other, and it's 6-1. That's two shorties. I don't think that was a shorty, but it was assisted by Joseph. I don't think that was a shorty. Yeah, no, it was not. That was not a shorthanded goal, but it was a goal, and that is 4 unanswered as we're just clobbering the Avalanche. And they are the defending champs because remember this is still this last season that already happened in real life, but in this game, obviously we're in the playoffs. It's now 6-1. I'm not sure if Francois, I thought he would be out of this game by now, but he is taking a beating back there. Up ahead, that Chustin bust right in as he split everyone. A Dan. And now Miller got hit. That stayed in the zone. What a hold! The Chustin! And Francois stopped it with the glove. Surprised that he's still in the game. Yeah, just to confirm here. And we're not shooting at 14-5. It's the way of 6 goals on 14 shots, and yes, it was just one shorthanded goal. But also, it is what it normally is. It didn't, like the game settings did not change. As you can see right there, it's difficulty semi-pro. I mean, it's always been on that. And I mean, I've had some of the games on semi-pro where I've won 7-2, or in this case, well, we're up 6-1. And I've had games where I've almost lost, and then, or games that I win in overtime or a shootout, or games that I only win by 1 or 2 or 3 goals. So I can have games that are close, that are like really close, that end up ending in overtime or a shootout. I've had games I've lost, and I've had games I've lost. I've had games I won in overtime or a shootout, or I won by like 1 or 2 goals. And then I've had games like this where I'm up by 5. And so here we go. Still have over half a game to go here, but we are up by 5, and we're just destroying anything in our path. Stanley dumps it in here. This is a beat-in. There's still over half a game to go. Rantanen gets through, but saved by Fleury. I mean, the shots are not that. We only have 14. 6 of them went in the net. What a hit, backhander. That shot 15, stopped it now by Francois. 11-1 to go in the second. Still 6-1. It was 2-1 after the McKinnon power play goal, but then Cincinnati scored 4 unanswered. Joseph, and that was a bad pass. Landeskog got hit again. And Kane got that pass. And the shot got through, or the pass got through, but save. And then Kane just nailed that guy. As we're officially in the second half of the game. And there's a penalty again on the Dundogs for something. It's a slash on Logan Stanley. I didn't see it, but as we do have a shorty. They're 1 for 2 with 2 shots. They've had 1 power play goal. They've also given up 1 shorthanded goal. And the forecheck. This Donuts team wants it more, it seems like. And now Comper. There's a defenseman back. Good poke, and now it's dumped. And Rantanen just got nailed. No penalty. And McKinnon, excuse me, stopped by Francois. There's already been 1 fight. JT Comper defeated Caleb Jones. There might be another one before this night is over. This is a statement by the Dundogs here in Game 1. On the road, too. And a shot score! McNabb. That's 2 shorties, and it's 7-1. as the boos are starting to rain down here at Ball Arena. Boos from the Avalanche fans, of course, as the Dundalks fans are having a party, as they're going to be partying tonight. The Dundalks as well. Well, they might not be partying, but they'll be happy they won. 7-1 now. It's two shorties, assisted by Dowd. Dowd won the faceoff and then went back to McNabb. It was not tipped. I don't know how Francois is still in this game. And that's going to be a penalty. It's 5-on-3 now. So it's tripping on Jones. He already has 7 penalty minutes with the fight-in major earlier. But we are up 7-1 as we put a touchdown up on the board. Now we're up by a touchdown, but no PAT. And a one-timer or a slapper stopped by Fleury with the glove. Marc-Andre Fleury looking to win his 3rd cup. No. 4th cup, I'm pretty sure, because he won 3 with the Penguins. Trying to win his 4th cup. And obviously it would be his 1st with the Dundalks. It was obviously the Dundalks' 1st year. And, oh, that was close. Oh, yeah, just sit. Ref, no way! No way that's a penalty. If you didn't call the other ones a penalty, so now I don't know what's going on. It's going to be a... I don't know about that. 7-1 still, but it's 5-on-3 for a minute 5. Now we're in penalty problems. And a shot turned aside, Dowd, and that did go out of the zone, barely offside. But now the clock is starting to slow down because it goes the speed of real life when there's penalties. And now there's like 3 guys in the pots. And the shots are only 18-8. We're not shooting them by 10 and we're winning by 6. Here's McKinnon over Landeskog. Shot it between a few players. Stop, rebound, save. Passes it out. And cleared. And that is now Francois is finally out of the game. It's now Georgiev. So it's not Francois, and it's Georgiev, as Georgiev came in for Francois finally. I think he came in after that last goal, because now it's a right-handed goaltender. Up ahead now, and he got, oh, what a play! He did it out like that. And it's now 5-on-3 for a minute. I think I don't know. Now Landeskog, Strome, Taves, McKinnon, save, Fleury. And Miller clears it. Yeah, but Georgiev is now a right-handed goaltender. One-timer score as I left Landeskog wide open and he slapped it as his slap shot went glove side on Fleury, and it's 7-2. As one guy came out, I think 2 guys actually came out of the bots. So now it's 5-on-4, assisted by Strome and Taves, and it's now a 7-2 game. There we go. Evans did it to 7-3. Down low. What a play by Stanley, though. And I did not mean to baint it like that. Wait a minute and a half to go on the power play here. Top. And down low. And it's only cleared down the ice. Georgiev. Yeah, Georgiev is right-handed because his glove's in his left hand. And that 7th goal was, I'm pretty sure that was a good play. I'm pretty sure that 7th goal was given up by Francois, and then Georgiev came in, but I'm not sure. But either way, Georgiev is now in for Francois. A minute to go on the power play here. 6:05 to go in the period. And now Comper right into the chest of Fleury. And he's got it with 6:01 to go. It's a 5-goal game. Landeskog did have that slap shot goal, glove side on Fleury. I left Landeskog wide open. Yeah, well, it's 2 for 4, 9 shots. They have 9 shots in the power play. I think in the game. I mean, are all their shots in this game on the power play? Or I don't think they've had all 9 shots in the power play, or all 9 shots in the game on the power play. But it's something like close to that. Shot turned aside, but they have like 9 shots in the power play and like 15 in the game. I mean, most of them have been on the power play. And both goals have been on the power play. McKinnon and Landeskog, and then got picked off by Strome. Landeskog save. Miller turned it over again. Shot through a screen, stopped by Fleury with 5:28 to go. $18 to go on the power play here. And it's third down. Yeah, it's a good play to hit that out of midair. McKinnon. Right into the chest to Fleury. Trying to pass it out, but he won't. 5:16 to go. Faceoffs are 16 apiece. It's only 17-16 Avalanche. I lost that one. Blocked. 3 seconds. And that's it for the power play. As the Avalanche got 1 out of that. As yeah, there was a shorthanded goal, and then the Avalanche did a power play goal after we got a shorthanded goal. Down low, Landeskog hit the side of the net. Whoa! And I forgot we're not shorthanded anymore. So that is not going to be an icing. 3:31 to go. I forgot we weren't shorthanded, but I'm going to start a fight because that was dirty. And a shot blocked. Here's Kane. And it's the red line, dumps it in. Georgiev comes out to play it. Just leaves it there. I want to bid hit someone. Like that guy. Kind of toe drag. Turned aside by Fleury. He passes it out to Domi, who scored our first goal of the game and the first ever playoff goal in Gun Nuts franchise history. And I thought the glove of the goaltender. And shot blocked. Rodriguez's shot was weak because he was being tied up. 40 seconds to go here in the period. 7-2. We've had 2 shorthanded goals. We haven't had a power play yet in this game. But we've had 2 shorties. 7 seconds. Big hit. And 3 seconds. And Strome has the puck, but that is the end of the second period. We scored 3 goals in the period. The Avalanche scored 1, and it's 7-2 after 40 minutes. Yeah, we scored 3 in the second. The Avalanche scored, or we scored 3 in the second. The Avalanche scored 1. I mean, we're only shooting them by 3. It's just the problem is they did up 7 goals. There's 2 for both goals for the Avalanche have been on the power play. We've had 2 shorties. I mean, if we didn't have the 2 shorties, it would be a 5-2 game. It would be. But we scored 4 in the first, 3 in the second. And out of the 3 goals in the second, 2 were shorthanded. And then the Avalanche scored 2 power play goals, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. But yeah, I want to see where are the stats here. See how many goals the goaltender did. When did they pull him? Did they pull him at? Yeah, they pulled him after the 7th goal. So Francouz gave up all 7 goals, 11 goals or 11 shots. 18 shot attempts, so they have 7 goals and 18 shots, and then Georgiev is 2 for 2. And then obviously Fleury is, I didn't mean to do that. And then Fleury is obviously 15 for 17. Third period, we're up by 5. Let's go. Here we go. Third period, 20 minutes to go here in Denver in Game 1 of Round 1. We're up by 5. When the open draw of the third period, dumped in, but it hit Taves. Here we go. The Avalanche need a miracle here. Here's Landeskog. Turned aside, rebound. Good play to bottle that up. Here's Gaudreau, who had the 3rd goal, which right now will be the game-winning goal if the Avalanche don't score another goal in this game. What a play. Refs, that was a little dirty. I know you think the team is losing by a lot. We want to fight, but I actually want to have another fight before this game's over, although we're up by 5. Here we go. And now backdoor! Oh, how did that not? I think the pass never got through as Gaudreau was wide open on the back door, but that was probably going to be a goal. Or was going to be some absurd save by Georgiev. And shot is blocked. And now this guy, Joseph, wide open, but he got bodied. McKinnon, oh yeah. Sit down, McKinnon. Up ahead, Joseph. Almost stole that. Melee in front of the penalty boxes. Shot from the center ice on goal. And then the forecheck. At this point, I mean, I want to put like I don't want to play offset all four lines when you're up by 5. What a play to poach McKinnon from behind here. Here we go. Line 4 should be coming out here. Oh yeah. Here's Stanley. Stanley has the puck still. Shot turned aside. The Brust. Yeah, it's a big hidden mess. Here's Boquist. They're just hidden left and right. Shot turned aside by Fleury. Then their first to Stam steal, who just got nailed. As we're halfway through the third, neither team has scored, but I'm fine with the Avalanche not scoring because they needed a miracle anyways, and I don't think they're gonna did it. Newhook as we're up 7-2 here. Centered and turned aside. Passes it out. And did in their first is Marchment. Wrap around, blocked. Down low. And a centering pass. I think someone got destroyed. I don't know who that was. Here's Lehtinen. I mean, this is a hit fest. Oh, yeah. And now, numbers here. Right, or I tried to pass it bad. That didn't really work. That guy was farther than I thought. And there was not a guy there. 7 minutes ago, and I overstated it. Get out of there. Back, down low. Centered! Comper! I believe it was blocked. Now, big hit. Here's Domi. Turn aside, rebound, they score! Thank you, Joseph, and it's 8-2. Our first goal of the third, and we're up by half a dozen again. 8-2. As the boost continue, I can't believe this many fans are still here. I don't think that in NHL 23, which is obviously what I'm playing, I don't think the fans leave like before the game's over. I don't think the fans have the sense of it being a blowout, so they don't leave. But in real life, the fans would probably be, at this point with 5 minutes to go in the third, and they probably would have left a long time ago. At least most of the fans, most of the Avalanche fans. Here we go, here's Domi as it's 8-2. And it's a stop by Georgiev. McKinnon just got nailed. Sit down, McKinnon. Puck is in their zone. There's 4 minutes to go. It's in the third. It's 8-2, obviously. Here we go. There's McKinnon. McKinnon finds Landeskog. Turned aside. Rebound. Stopped. Under 3 minutes to go. Hit in. And shot score! Evander Kane, and it's 9-2. As these Gundogs fans are saying, can we hit double digits? I mean, it's 9-2. My goodness. As 5-hole on Georgiev FSU is still standing up when I shot that. 2:41 to go, and we're up by a touchdown and a PAT. Just by McNabb and Joseph. And right in front score, there it is. Nichushkin, and it's 10-2. Double digits. Now we're up by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. It's 10-2. Nichushkin is second tonight, and this is a complete hammer-in from the Gundogs. As a center pass, Nichushkin buried it. 7 goals given up by Francouz, 3 by Georgiev. And in real life, yeah, there would be probably like the only fans left in this game, if this is real life, it would probably be Gundogs fans. And maybe like a handful of Avalanche fans that are actually true fans, because I would be out of this arena before you even say pumpkin pie. If this was the Texas Stars or the Dallas Stars, I would be out of this arena before you even know it. And now down the ice. We got 1 minute to go here in this massacre. It's not the Boston Massacre, but it's the Denver Massacre. But this, although we're going to win this game most likely by 8, this series is not over. Obviously, this is only game 1, and the Avalanche obviously will want their revenge in the upcoming games. So we just gotta be ready for it, because you're gonna see a pushback, and well, especially in game 2. Here we go. And Schuster for the hat trick, turn aside Georgiev. This is the first time ever I think I've put up double digits on semi-pro. The most goals I've ever put up on semi-pro before this game was, I think, 7. And obviously I broke that record by 13 seconds. As these fans are starting, I just like, just a constant boo, and now a breakaway for Johansson in the final seconds! And he scores! Johansson! But, we're still up by 7 with 4.5 to go, as Johansson scores on the breakaway. But it's too little, too late, obviously. 4 seconds. And we're still up by 7. So, congratulations, guys, of only losing by 7. 4 seconds. We win the draw. Jersey dumps it down, and that is it. Dundon's Massacre. The Avalanche. 10-3 the final here in Game 1. The Denver Massacre. Dundon's win at 10-3. As we won 10-3, that was a football score. We won by a touchdown and an extra point. My goodness. I wonder who the 3 stars are going to be. It should be all Dundons. If it's not, I'm done. It should be, I don't even know who scored all the goals. The 3rd star is McNabb, had 1 goal and 1 assist, 2 hits. We only outshot him by 6, but we won by 7. 2nd star is going to be Joseph, 1 goal, 2 assists, 4 hits. 1st star might be Nichushkin, because he did have 2 goals. And it is Nichushkin. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 hits. So it's Nichushkin, Joseph, and McNabb. As we never had a power play, Avalanche went 2 for 5 on the power play. The 3rd goal was by Johansson on the breakaway in the final seconds. So it was McKinnon on the power play, Landeskog on the power play, and then Johansson in the final seconds on the breakaway. They only scored 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and then the Avalanche scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third. But we still won by 7. 1 by 7. My goodness. Look at Nichushkin. 2 goals, 1 assist on 5 shots. Had a +6 for plus-minus. And then Landeskog only had a -2. I'm surprised he didn't have like a -4 or 5 or worse. But yeah, we outshot him 29-23 only. But we won 10-3. And this is the first time ever I put double digits up on semi-pro. My record before this game was 7 goals. But now obviously I broke that record by 3 as we won the game 10-3. My goodness. Yeah, although we won game 1, we might have won the game, but we haven't won the series, obviously. Best of 7 series, so Avalanche obviously will be looking for revenge in game 2. Next episode of the series will be the first elimination game for either team in this series, which will be game 4, game 5, or game 6. So yeah. As the Dundons win game 1 10-3, and they're up 1 game to none here in this best of 7 series. And like I said, next episode of the series will be the first elimination game for either team in this series, which will be game 4, game 5, or game 6. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. You should have, because we won 10-3, and I'll see you in the next one. If this episode, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, tell your mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm gonna see you in episode number 7 of this Austin Dundons NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. See you in episode number 7. And eat all the bacon. And go Dundons.